At 10:30, Troy's playing the Xbox.
I'm doing shoot. Oh, bollocks.
At 22:11, Troy finishes playing the Xbox. At 5 to 11, Troy decides he wants a cup of tea. At 11 o'clock, Troy's mother is looking at her laptop and knitting at the same time. Troy is still making a cup of tea.
Tea.
This is the Big Brother house. Please stop being boring as fuck. Day 2, 9 a.m. Troy is in the diary room.
Hello, Troy. What's on your mind?
Hello, Big Brother. Why is it that people like to watch this really shitty show? Because all it is people sat in a room, smoking, sleeping, and talking shit and arguing.
You see, Troy, people are very sad. They like to see people argue.
Yeah, that's another thing. Why do you want to see people argue? I've had my fair share of arguments through my years. I've seen my parents argue. I've seen people argue in the street. You know, it's really depressing when people argue a lot. So why do you want to see it on the telly?
Was that interesting? If you're a Big Brother fan, did you enjoy that? Me making a cup of tea and playing the Xbox. Okay, they don't have an Xbox in the Big Brother house, but that's what people do on a day-to-day basis. So Big Brother is starting up sometime next week, I think. And to be honest, what is the point in the Big Brother house? What is the point in Big Brother? All it is 20 odd people sitting in a room, being evicted off one by one. And it's just a boring show. It's just boring, right? And the worst thing about Big Brother is they get the people in there to nominate one person to be evicted. What is the point in that? The people who are actually entertaining get evicted out first, And then the boring people who just sit around talking, and the quiet ones end up in there last. And the fact they film it all at night as well. They have that live cam going through the night. Who the hell wants to watch 20 odd people sleep? It is, everybody sleeps. Everyone on this planet sleeps, unless you're really ill and can't sleep very well. Well, actually, no, every living being sleeps. So, why do you want to watch 20 odd people on a television sleep? You're laying in a bed with your eyes shut, and then every so often you roll over. It's not interesting whatsoever unless they sleepwalk. Then, okay, that might be slightly more interesting, but other than that, it's boring. And the other thing I really hated about this show, right, I am glad this person got kicked out of this show, right, because it just used to annoy me. Every time I saw it on an advert, it would drive me crazy. Davina. I bloody hated her. I couldn't stand her. That irritating noise when she would say a sentence and then sort of at the last word make it longer, and that horrible squealing noise every time she'd done that. I just wanted to put my fist through the television, hope that it come out the camera and smacked her in the face. I couldn't bloody stand her. Instead, I just pushed the mute button. Mute button's such a great button on a controller, isn't it? Yes, but anyway, Big Brother, all it is people sat in a room. Okay, maybe show it every 10 years, because it's been running for about 12 years now. I think it started in 2000, and they've showed it pretty much twice a year, and it's bragged on, right? It's gotten boring. Every single season is pretty much the same. They play spin the bottle. The decent people who entertain you get voted out the quickest. The first one's usually right, just to see who's in there, and then it's just boring. People sleeping, smoking, grooming themselves, talking shit and arguing. Why don't you just watch, say, a family member or people walking around in the street? It's cheaper, and you don't need to pay a telly license, or you don't need to pay £600 for a telly. How would I improve Big Brother? Obviously, I would change the eviction system like hell. I would also make sure that people like Davina are banned from it forever, but Frank, whoever kicked her off, she's no longer in it, which is brilliant. Plus it's on Channel 5, which I don't actually watch Channel 5, so that's also another advantage for me, I guess. But I would also improve it by only putting it on, say, every 5 or 10 years, because it brags on far too much. So you might say, Troy, if you don't like the programme, why watch it? There's no one there with a shotgun forcing you to watch this programme. But in the way, there is. Every magazine you pick up, Big Brother. Every time you put on the telly, the news, so-and-so's been evicted from Big Brother. I go and talk to my friends. They eventually start talking about Big Brother. Oh, Jedward has destroyed the Big Brother house. They were tipping feud all over the kitchen floor. My mother, she watches it religiously. She was there jumping up and down the other day going, Big Brother's back on soon. And then when it is on, someone does something stupid in the house, and she then starts talking about it. So I might as well just switch the telly on and watch it anyway, which I don't actually do, because I have better things to be doing with my life. Oh well, that's all I really have to say on this subject. Put your comment down below what you think about this show. Feel free to leave a comment. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much, and that's all I have to say.